Now we're bringing you more in-depth coverage in campaign 2016. Former Rhode Island Governor Lincoln Chafee kicking off his presidential campaign tonight. My co-anchor Steve Nielsen is live in Virginia at George Mason University, where Lincoln Chafee made his announcement. And Steve, if you could take us kind of behind the scenes, was there a big media presence there for Lincoln Chafee's announcement?
Oh, absolutely. It was unbelievable. There was actually significantly more members of the media here, I would say, than actual students or members of the public to watch this speech. I counted at least 10 cameras. There were all of the newspapers out here, and that was actually one of the reasons why he chose to announce here in Virginia, even though he really has no local ties to Virginia at all. It's because it's so close to the D.C. border. It's just across the river. And plus, he was already scheduled to give a speech here on foreign policy, so at the end of the day, it just made sense.
Steve, I know you mentioned at 6 o'clock in his speech that Chafee mentioned wanting to switch to the metric system here in the U.S. and now buzz on social media about that. How did the crowd respond when he brought that up?
Well, it was one of the last things he actually said in this speech, and he said it a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but he was completely serious about it, and the crowd got a little bit of I would say a little bit of a laugh. I think that'd be fair to say, but for the most part, everyone just kind of took it seriously as they did the rest of the speech. And again, it was a small crowd here. It was just a couple of dozen, so there was no uproarious applause or uproarious laughter or anything like that.
And of course, Hillary Clinton is the front runner for the Democratic nomination in all the polls. Chafee has been critical of her in the past, so did he mention her in his speech?
He never mentioned her directly by name, but he made many different references to her, of course, talking about the Iraq vote. That's something that he feels really differentiates himself from her, and then also discussed the fact that at no point should the office of the Secretary of State ever have its integrity questioned. Of course, again, that's in a discussion about Hillary Clinton. So never said her name exactly, but always made references to her all throughout the speech.
All right, my co-anchor Steve Nielsen, live in Virginia. Thank you so much, Steve. And Steve will continue to work on this breaking news in campaign 2016. Please stay with Eyewitness News for live reports tonight at 10 and 11. And you can find in-depth coverage right now on WPRI.com.